Hey guys, today we are among leaves. It's fall time and we are in the 2023 Nissan Leaf. I also have a substitute TOPher with us. We've done a bunch of Nissan Leaf videos, and this is the mildly refreshed 2023 Nissan Leaf SV Plus, which is the top trim. It costs just shy of $37,000. It gets up to 212 miles of electric driving range. It has 214 horsepower. It's front-wheel drive. Let's walk you around this real quick. We'll show you what it looks like. Show you some of the updates to the front bumper. And it has how many spokes on the wheels?
30.
30 spoke wheels.
30 times 120 spokes total.
Oh my gosh.
If I did that math right.
Excellent. Wow, look at all those spokes. These look like waffles. Waffle weave wheels. They've got to be pretty aerodynamic. We have a slightly revised front bumper. I don't know if I can really tell too much of a difference besides the glowing logo. I guess this is different down here. It's nice. It looks good. It's kind of swooping and modern. We've got the charge port in here. I don't know if you can pop the charge port while the car is on. We had to turn it off earlier. Yeah, go ahead. Same charge port location as always in the front. We still get the CHAdeMO connection, which has pretty much been phased out at this point, but this can only charge at 50 kilowatts. So
makes it kind of a not so great choice for long road trips.
Oh, not at all. Not even remotely a good choice. Local driver, city driving, a little bit of highway. We've been testing some Chevrolet Bolts recently, and that's probably the Leaf's closest competitor.
This is very deep.
It's very deep.
So
a lot of room.
You might hurt your back if you're lifting something out of there. You especially.
That's a good point. Yeah.
There's nothing under there.
The bottom of the car right there.
Yeah.
So no spare tire. But a really nice, big, open, and spacious area back here. You fold down the rear seats. Got plenty of room to store things. Of course, it's not a flat loading
close to flat
floor. I've always thought the Leaf is a nice balance, though, between practicality, comfort, value, range. But now that Chevrolet has lowered the price of the new Bolt considerably, this doesn't seem like as good value anymore.
Stadium seating.
Oh yeah, your head's pretty high up there. You're 5'11". I'm 5'10". Oh boy.
Sitting behind Chris, who's 5'10".
Yeah.
I mean, I have enough room. It does feel a little bit stuffy in here, though.
Yeah, the stadium seating is nice, and this does, of course, have Nissan's zero gravity front seats.
What is that?
They're just super comfy.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, zero gravity seats. It's like a Nissan thing. They put it in all their cars.
There are 2 USB ports back there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good news.
But that's it.
All right. Well, let's just do one more quick walk around. Look at these 30-spoke waffle weave wheels. Admire the fall colors. And then we'll take this for a drive. We've got buttons on our key fob to lock, unlock, sound an alarm, and open up the charge port. I do like the new Nissan logo. It looks pretty sharp. Got a bit of a rear diffuser down there. And this SV Plus does look decidedly more upscale than the standard base model. There's just 2 models of Nissan Leaf now. SV Plus and the S, the base S.
Yes.
The base S starts at under $30,000. Just shy of $29,000. I think it's like $28,700 or something. And that only gets, I think it's under 150 horsepower and a little bit less range. This is kind of the one you want, but again, almost 38 grand. Yeah.
Gotta play the special October backup.
Yeah, we've got to put it in reverse. Ooh. So haunting. I like how it fades away, you know? Auto up-down window for the driver, but that's it. We have a heated steering wheel, heated seats with physical buttons.
2 settings.
2 settings. And this is still kind of an old school feeling climate control system with this Leaf because it has a heat button and an AC button.
Yeah, and you know what threw me off when I first drove this car is that if you don't have either one of these selected, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I was in here like, why is this climate control not working? I've never before in my life had to click heat when I want to turn my heat on. So it took me like quite a while of driving this car to figure out how to actually make the climate control work.
It's old school.
Yeah.
We have an eco drive mode and then e-pedal, but we're going to wait to test that out in a little bit. That's one pedal driving, which is nice. I'm glad the Leaf has that. But we're just going to use the regular brake pedal, drive this like a normal car. Every time you start it up, it defaults to 2-pedal drive. So accelerator to go forward, brake to slow down and stop. And the brake pedal has a fun feature in that it's really bouncy. I don't think I've ever tested this bouncy of a brake pedal. It's less of a pedal, more of a bouncy button.
Brake pedals should not do that, I don't think.
Yeah, it's really strange.
Yes.
Doesn't have very good feel. It's a little bit of an on-off switch. Yeah.
It just goes to the floor.
It does. It just goes to the floor.
Yeah, which is unsettling for a brake pedal.
Ooh, a little bit of soft roading in the Leaf here as we drive through some leaves.
Yeah, how much ground clearance in this car?
Probably around 6 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
plenty.
standard. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Very quiet, very smooth. I mean, overall, as an electric vehicle goes, pretty nice to drive. Good visibility.
Mm-hmm.
Ride quality is soft, smooth, comfortable.
Yeah, wind noise isn't too bad either. It seems to be pretty tight.
Yeah, no major complaints there.
Yeah.
Getting into the brakes here. I mean, you can easily modulate the brake pedal, but it's just, honestly, I've mostly used 1-pedal drive whenever I get into a Nissan Leaf. So I haven't really used the brakes that much. When you do enable 1-pedal drive, your throttle gains a little bit of resolution. You can kind of more accurately determine your speed. And it's a good amount of regen. You can pretty much 1-pedal drive this on a daily basis without too much of an issue. If you're driving spiritedly, you need to give it a helping foot.
It is quick.
It is, yeah, it's surprisingly fast. It's actually has some torque steer.
Yeah. That's what I liked about the Leaf and Leafs of years past is that they do provide some entertaining driving. Like
Sure.
you can get kind of that hot hatch feel in the Nissan Leaf. Just, you know, between torque steer and other inputs. You just gloss over the brake pedal.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty fun to drive.
I just learned about the brake pedal. I think we've had like 3 or 4 Nissan Leaf loans in the last couple of years.
I know, when we were
I've never learned. I never found that out. It's pretty funny.
I know. Yeah, it was this car that taught me that too.
Yeah. That might be a new feature. Who knows?
Yes.
I doubt it. They haven't really changed much with this new 2023 model year. They've gotten rid of some trims. The price has gone up $600 or so, and we've got some colors
And the spokes.
yeah, some new spokes, some new wheels. That's the biggest, most obvious change.
Yes. They are striking. That's a TRX.
It is. I do like the amount of heating that the heated steering wheel is putting out.
Yes, but
Feels
does it
really
heat
good.
the top and bottom as well?
It does.
So that's very
Yeah,
good.
it's pretty
Okay.
evenly. The heating elements in this heated steering wheel are very nicely distributed, and it's not burning my hands off, which is great.
Yeah, because the problem I find with some cars, especially Toyotas, is that they don't heat the top and bottom of the steering wheel.
That's right, yeah.
So it's nice to get in a car where the entire sphere, or this entire circle is heated.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty comfortable in here.
Yeah, but the passenger seat's a little high. I feel like I'm sitting on the car, not in it.
That's right, yeah.
It's
Same with the
pretty
back
high.
seats.
Yeah,
No
and the
sunroof.
back seats are even higher.
I mean, when this new generation of Leaf came out, it really didn't have a whole lot of competition.
Right.
And it was a good way to get into an electric vehicle with over 200 miles of range for less than a Tesla. Now, though, with the current market and some recent offerings,
Right.
it's it's just feeling a little bit old, a little bit outdated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving the Nissan Ariya next week, so I'm excited to see what that's like.
It'll be interesting to see what modern day Nissan is capable of in the EV space.
Yes.
Because this is very much 2013 Nissan sort of thing. So
Yeah, it's true. The original Leaf, when that came out, that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
That was the first electric vehicle I ever drove.
Really? Okay.
And things have come a long way in 10 years.
Those old Leafs? Is it Leafs or Leaves? What do you say?
They left a little bit to be desired.
Okay, well, we'll say Leaves for... but the old Leaves are still around.
Oh, yeah.
With like 80 miles of range left,
Yeah,
you know? Like,
they're everywhere.
Drive them around city centers, as we're doing right now.
Kyle from Out of Spec Reviews just bought one for $3,000 or something
That's
ridiculous.
about all they're worth.
Yeah, had
They
some
don't-
collision damage.
60 miles of range or whatever's left on them, you know? Yeah, something's rattling back there for sure.
Yeah, there's a few shakes and rattles in this Nissan Leaf, but overall, pretty quiet. I mean, I think part of that too is the charge cable,
The charge cable's
and
back there,
packaging.
that's right.
There's a little bit of a K carrying.
You know
case
what's
for
cool
that.
about that is that charge cable comes standard with the big outlet, 240.
Outlet. Interesting, nice.
Yes, and there's an adapter in there to adjust it to just like a normal wall outlet. But
Interesting.
you can plug it right into a 240 with and you can level 2 charge with the charger that comes with the car.
That's actually pretty nice.
Yes, it is.
That's cool.
Mhm.
I like that. Nissan knows that's the only way people are going to be charging their Leaves.
Yeah, and a lot of new houses and new construction are starting to feature 240.
So people would
outlets.
just plug it right in.
Plug it right in. Yeah,
That's
I
great.
had it plugged in at Emily's house, and it charged in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
From like 50% or whatever.
That's great.
Yeah.
As a vehicle that you would charge from your house, take out every day, commute to work in, run errands in, pretty much anything but road trip duty.
Yeah.
For 90 to 99% of most people's driving, this is all they need.
Yeah.
And it is a little bit nicer in here than the Chevy Bolt, I will say. The materials feel a little bit nicer. It's a little bit more spacious, a bit larger.
Yeah. You know, I kind of like the Bolt interior better.
I think I like the Bolt overall as a car more,
Yeah.
especially with the recent price decreases.
That's true. Yeah, those are getting a little cheaper.
But yeah, there's some things about this Leaf that look a little cheap, like some of the plastics and the
Yeah.
gloss black is
I just
a little
think it feels dated. in here.
disagreeable. But the seats are super comfortable.
They are very comfy. Yeah.
And it's got a good amount of power. We'll test that out here in a sec.
The entrance ramp.
The entrance ramp. I am really bummed that they got rid of the traction control button, because you used to be able to just absolutely roast these front tires.
Maybe that's why I liked the red one we had last year better.
Yeah, like foot's to the floor right now, wet pavement. Oh, I wonder if traction control is in the infotainment, or in the
it could
center
be.
screen. I
Yeah,
bet that's what it is.
Probably is.
Yep. That's fine. Handling is average. Nothing too exciting. You do get Nissan's adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist. You can enable or disable steering assist with the little button to the left here, which is very convenient. And it'll tell you when steering assist is on or off. Skip 5 mile an hour increments, all that good stuff. It's a really nice, ergonomically, I really like this cabin.
Yeah.
Very easy car to use and drive. And the steering assist system works pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
No complaints there. Prompts you after about 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, it does a lot better than I was expecting it to.
Yeah. It's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 70% battery. It's estimating we have 137 miles of range. So we're seeing a pretty significant range hit with the colder weather this week. That's pretty typical with any EV.
We had it, or I was driving this car last week, and I had a little bit more range because it was slightly warmer out.
Yep.
And yeah, it definitely would have been reading higher than 137 and 70%. I want to say Charlie got over 200 miles of range in his range test.
Oh wow, that's impressive. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it was in the 70s last week. It was nice.
Yeah.
It is quick.
It is.
And I think off-throttle regen does increase as the battery warms up just a little bit.
Yeah.
I haven't pressed the brake pedal since we turned on e-pedal driving.
That's good.
Yeah. This feels good. Okay, any final thoughts? You spent some time in this too.
Yeah.
I mean, no major surprises, no changes.
No, I remembered really liking this car because we had one last year, like you said. I had a ton of fun driving that.
Same.
And I didn't have as much fun in this car. I don't know why that is.
I think we've driven a lot of the new EV offerings, the new Kia EV6, the Ioniq 5,
yep.
Mach-E. Just there's a bunch of stuff that's out right now that is decidedly more modern, updated, and better than the Nissan Leaf. And as far as value goes, it's really hard to beat the Bolt.
Right.
So Nissan will be coming out with a new generation Leaf here soon. This might be one of the last model years. So we get some fancy wheels, slightly refreshed bumper, and simplified lineup with trims as far as trims go. But
I'm just excited to hear about the Aria because that'll really kind of set the stage for Nissan in the future as far as EVs go.
No, Nissan did a very good job being early to the EV game. I hope they can keep up because it's a very competitive space right now.
It's kind of loud. Like at low speeds, like the noise it makes is loud.
Yeah, I think a lot of EVs are doing this these days just because pedestrian safety.
They want to run people over.
They want to be able to be heard in a parking lot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a bunch of leaves to park next to wrap up this video. Let's see, I think we can do better than this.
Yeah. No, that used to be a thing though. Back when I worked at the Ford dealership, C-Maxes used to sneak up on me.
That's right.
Like you turn around and there's just a C-Max.
There's a C-Max. Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about to be Halloween here in Michigan. We're filming this in mid to late October.
Yeah.
And the haunting reverse noise is very appropriate.
Yes, it is.
All right, guys. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video. Let us know if you have any questions. Thanks again for Substitute Topher for tagging along in this video. Go check out and subscribe to his YouTube channel, Topher Drives.
Mm-hmm.
You've posted quite a few videos lately.
Yeah. Yeah, the past couple months have been weekly videos.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do it up.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them coming. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. New Nissan Leaf. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Lots of beeps. Always.
Lights.
Always beeps.
Can't leave the headlights on. We'll just lock Chris in there. Oh, Leaf has picked up a leaf.